Good morning, students. Have you studied what we had discussed in our last class? In our last class, we have seen many theorems, many important theorems. So we will just recollect that. Okay, see, we have seen if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. This was we have seen this, and the proof was also seen. And then using this theorem is actually the converse of theorem 6.1. We have seen all this, and we have done some examples, some interesting examples. It is very easy. As I have told you, I believe all of you have written these examples as many times as you can, and because it is very important, this kind of examples, it will help you to think more logically. Okay, so all these examples were completed, and I have given these exercises as homework. Okay, so today we are going to see our section 6.4, criteria for similarity of triangles. Okay, so in our last section we have stated that two triangles are similar if we know that there is two conditions for two triangles to be similar. First condition, their corresponding angles are equal. That is the first condition. Now look at the second condition. Their corresponding sides are in the same ratio or proportion. So what were the conditions for the similarity of two triangles? Both these conditions. That is, first of all, corresponding angles of these two triangles should be equal. That is the first condition. Along with that, corresponding sides of these triangles should be in the same ratio, or proportion. So both these conditions should exist simultaneously. Then only we can say that these two or any two triangles are similar. Clear? Means, see, you can see that, consider these two triangles. Okay, we have triangle ABC and a triangle DEF, which means when these two triangles are similar, if first one, that is, angle A should be equal to angle D, and then angle B should be equal to angle E, means the corresponding angles. Next, angle C should be equal to angle F. Okay, let me ask you one thing. Are these two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF, are they congruent or not? What do you think? Obviously, they are not congruent because the corresponding length of the corresponding sides are different. But clearly, they are similar since the corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so that was our first condition. Now let us look at the second condition. Moreover, the ratio of the corresponding sides means if we are taking the side AB, then the side which corresponds to the side AB is side DE. Okay, that is AB by DE. The ratio between the sides AB and DE should be equal to the next side. Suppose we are taking the side BC, then it should be equal to EF. That is BC by EF. And similarly, next side CA by FD. Then if these two conditions exist simultaneously, then we can say that these two triangles are similar. This was our earlier condition. Clear? So, but in this section, we will learn specifically some additions, some peculiarities for the similarity of two triangles. Means, see, suppose you are given two triangles. are these two triangles similar only if these two conditions exist? Is there any other possibility for these two triangles to be similar? That we will learn that possibility in this section. Okay, so let us see theorem 6.3. And again, this is very important, especially to solve problems. And I think the proof is very easy, but sometimes the proof of this theorem could be asked for exams as well. But most probably, the questions are coming to apply this theorem to solve problems. Okay, so let us move to the theorem. What does it state? If in two triangles, corresponding angles are equal, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio, and hence the two triangles are similar. Okay, so I will read it once again. See, you are given two triangles, and then suppose in that two triangles the corresponding angles are equal. You know what do you mean by corresponding angles? See, we have seen here, right? Angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle E, and angle C is equal to angle F. These are the corresponding angles of these two triangles. Similarly, look here, we are given that in these two triangles, corresponding angles are given. Then we can say that their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. So what happens? As a result, both the conditions for any two triangles to be similar are existing, and hence these two triangles are similar. This is the theorem. Am I clear to you? I will explain once more. In two triangles, corresponding angles are equal, means the first condition. Suppose this theorem states that if the first condition of the similarity of triangles exists, then automatically the second condition exists, and as a result, since these two conditions exist, these two triangles are similar. So this is the statement of the theorem. Okay, now we want to prove it, the proof of this theorem. How we can prove? If the corresponding angles of two triangles are equal, then the corresponding sides are also in the same ratio. Let us see. And one more thing, this criterion, actually this is a criteria for two triangles to be similar. So this criterion is referred to as AAA, means angle criterion of similarity of two triangles. This is known as, means for exams you might be asked, state and prove AAA criteria of similarity of two triangles. Okay, there might be asked, there might be a possibility. So now let us see how we can prove this. You can see this figure 6.2, and actually this is not a proof because we need the this theorem. The application of this theorem is more important, I think. Okay, let us see. We can prove this theorem. Consider these two triangles ABC and DEF. And what is the peculiarity of these two triangles? Such that angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle E, and angle C is equal to angle F. And why we are taking so? Because we are given directly in that if statement as corresponding angles are equal. So we are taking two triangles where their corresponding angles are equal. Now what is our aim? What we want to prove? We want to prove the corresponding sides are in the same ratio. So what we want to prove? We want to prove the ratio between the corresponding sides. So what is the corresponding side of side AB? The corresponding side of side AB will be DE. That is, AB by DE should be equal to BC by EF, which should be equal to AC by DF. Okay, so let us see how we can prove it. So we have taken it. Now what you have to do? Now you have to cut the DE as DP is equal to AB. Means we have to mark a point P in the triangle in the side DE in such a way that the length DP should be equal to the length AB. Similarly, you should mark a point Q in the line DF in such manner DQ should be equal to AC. Okay, so we have taken all that. Now let us see. DQ is equal to AC and join this PQ. And by looking this figure, you may be thinking PQ is parallel to F. We can't say anything like that. We want to prove. Okay. So let us see. So we can say directly triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DPQ. Am I correct? Obviously, it is correct because we are taking the measurements as the same as that of the triangle DBC, and as a result we can say BC is also equal to PQ. So these two triangles are congruent, means the sides as well as the angles are they proportional or are they equal? They are equal. Okay, now what does it mean? It means that the angle B is equal to angle P and angle A is equal to angle D, correct? And what is the remaining angle? Angle C is equal to angle Q, right? Fine. And what about the our initial condition? We have taken angle A is equal to angle D. This was our given condition, which means, and what about the next one? Angle B is equal to angle E and angle C is equal to angle F. Now consider this particular case, angle B is equal to angle E. But now we have drawn this and we can see that angle B is equal to angle P is equal to angle E. Clear? Okay. And now again, you can see that angle P and angle E are equal. Means, see, you can see that in earlier we have seen that when two lines are transversed by another line, and if the corresponding angles are equal, then we can say that these two lines are parallel. And as a result, we can say that since angle P is equal to angle E, we can say that PQ is parallel to EF. So what all things we have seen? The line PQ is parallel to EF, and then we have seen angle B is equal to angle P, which is equal to angle E. Therefore, what we can say, since this is a parallel line, again we can apply our earlier studied theorems. The ratios of the sides should be equal. So we can write dP by PE is equal to dQ by QF. Clear? Okay, you can easily write it. Now, is that it? Is it over? No. Now again look, what is actually the length dP? What is actually the length dP? It is AB. So instead of writing or considering the triangle DPQ, I can consider the triangle ABC. Why? Because triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DPQ, and so I am considering ABC and DEF. So their corresponding sides should be in the same ratio. So I can write, since I am taking the side AB, I can take the side DE. That is, AB by DE is equal to Secondly, I am taking AC. So here I should take DF. AB by DE is equal to AC by DF. Clear? Now what about the remaining side? Of course, the remaining side should be AB by DE should be equal to BC by, what is the remaining side? EF. Clear? So like this, look here. So we have seen AB by DE is equal to BC by EF, and similarly, as a result, AB by DE is equal to BC by EF, which is equal to AC by DF. So all the sides are in the same ratio. Actually, this is what we want to prove. We want to prove the corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Clear? And as a result, we can say that these two triangles are similar. And again, this AAA similarity criterion can also be stated as follows. If two angles of one triangle are respectively equal to two angles of another triangle, then the two triangles are similar. Means, see, suppose in examples, suppose you are given two triangles, and you are asked to prove that these two triangles are similar. Okay, we don't need to check whether all the angles are equal to the another one, and we don't need to check all their sides are in the same ratio. All these conditions need not to be checked. Rather, we need to do only one thing. If we can see that the two angles of one triangle is equal to two angles of the another triangle, then we can say that these two triangles are similar. Clear? Am I clear to you? So keep this in mind, because we don't know which theorem is applicable in solving examples. Similarly, in the same manner, you will learn more criteria. Okay, actually this is not a proof, but it will be better to you if you know how it is derived and all this derivation. So give importance to the statement. They understand this theorem. That is the more important, more than this proof. Okay, so we are going to prove the next criteria. Let us see what is the next criteria. Theorem 6.4. If in two triangles, sides of one triangle is proportional, means that is in the same ratio of the sides of other triangle, then their corresponding angles are equal, and hence the two triangles are similar. I have told in our last class about the converse of a statement. Actually, theorem 6 is the converse of theorem 6.3 itself. What was said in theorem 6.3? It was said that if the corresponding angles are equal, then the sides are proportional. But what is it here? What is it saying here? If in two triangles, sides of one triangle is proportional to the sides of other triangle, then the corresponding angles are equal. Okay, then we can say that, and as a result, we can say that these two triangles are similar. Let us see. And this criterion is referred to as SSS similarity, that is side-side similarity criterion for triangles. Because why is it so? Because in the if condition, what is the if condition? Sides of one triangle is proportional to the sides of other triangle. That's why. And what about we have AAA similarity? Corresponding angles are equal. We know that a triangle has three angles. As a result, we have written AAA, that is angle, angle, angle criteria. Clear? Now let us see. Again, we can prove this criterion by considering, and what is our aim? Okay, first of all, let us consider these two triangles, ABC, and consider triangle ABC and a triangle DEF. Okay, now look at one thing. What is it that we want to prove? We want to prove the ratio of the corresponding sides should be in the same ratio. That is our aim. means AB by DE, see here, AB by DE is equal to BC by EF, which is equal to CA by FD. This is what we want to prove. Okay, our aim is to prove this. And in order to prove that, in the same manner as we have seen in the theorem 6.3, we have to mark a point P in the side DE in such a way that DP is equal to AB and DQ is equal to AC. And again, we have to join this PQ. Now let us see. Now in the same manner, we can see that DP by PE is equal to DQ by QF, and moreover PQ is parallel to EF. This is the same as that of the previous theorem. Now what happens? So what we can say? We can say angle P is equal to angle E. Correct. Why? Because PQ is parallel to EF. As a result, the corresponding angles should be equal, or in other words, we know that the corresponding, see, we know that the sides are in the same ratio. Okay, we want to prove their corresponding angles should be equal. Okay, so we have seen angle P is equal to angle E, and in next way, angle Q is equal to angle F. Clear? Therefore, since, why is it so? Since PQ is parallel to EF, the corresponding angles should be equal. So since the corresponding angles are equal, these two lines are parallel, and again we can apply our earlier theorem. So the corresponding ratio of corresponding sides should be equal. Okay, so by applying that theorem, we can write as dP by PE is equal to this one, dQ by QF is equal to PQ, this is the third side, PQ by EF. But as a result, we can write again dP by PE is equal to dQ by QF is equal to BC by EF. Why? Because the length PQ and BC should be equal. As a result, see here, we can say that BC should be equal to PQ. There is no other possibility for PQ and BC should be equal. Thus, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DPQ. You know what the congruency of two triangles means? The sides as well as the angles are also equal. But that's what we want to prove. We wanted to prove the corresponding angles should be equal. That is, angle A should be equal to angle D, and angle B should be equal to angle P. Then angle C should be equal to angle Q. So thus we can prove this one. Okay, angle A is equal to angle D, then angle B is equal to angle E, then finally angle C is equal to angle F. Why we have said this? Because the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DPQ, and as a result, since these two triangles are congruent, then we can extend it to the next, last case. That is, angle A is equal to angle D, and angle B is equal to angle E, angle C is equal to angle F. Clear? So what was this criterion was called? This criteria was called as side criterion. And don't worry about the proof all that. The only thing you should be worried about, applying these informations, these statements in solving the examples. That is what you should give more importance. Okay, now let us see our last criterion for two triangles to be similar. Let us see. And this one is a little bit important, more important. If one angle of a triangle is equal to one angle of the other triangle, and the sides including these angles are proportional, then the two triangles are similar. Means I will show you this actually. See, suppose we have two triangles. And we are given what we are given. We are given that suppose this angle and this angle are equal. Suppose then let me name this one also. I think that would be better. A B C D E F. Okay. Then if one angle and as well as the sides including that angle, okay, are proportional, means AB by DE should be equal to AC by DF. Okay, this is what the theorem actually states. Clear? So means here look at the conditions we are given. Here we have taken two sides and one angle. So this is known as SAS, side angle side similarity criterion of two triangles. So in the same manner as we have proved in the above, I mean theorem 6.3 and 6.4, here also we will use the same method. A slight change. See, we can take two triangles ABC and DEF such that AB by DE is equal to AC by DF and angle A is equal to angle D. Now in the same manner, cut DP is equal to AB and DQ is equal to AC and join PQ. Now again the same way, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DPQ since PQ is parallel to EF. Now since the congruency implies what? Angle A should be equal to angle D and angle, I will show you. Angle A should be equal to angle D, then angle B, look at angle B, angle B should be equal to angle P, then angle C should be equal to angle Q. Now therefore we can say triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Clear? Because what was the theorem saying? If one angle and is equal to the other, one angle is equal to the another angle, and also the sides including these are proportional, then these two triangles are similar. So what we had seen, we have applied that conditions here and we have satisfied the normal similarity criterion of two triangles. What were those? First one, the corresponding angles should be equal, then the corresponding ratios should be proportional, which is actually given to you actually, right? We are given that AB by DE is equal to AC by DF. It is actually directly given to you. Clear? So we can say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. So this criterion is known as SIS criterion. Okay. So what were these three are the most important criterions we can know. Okay. What were those? A similarity, that is we are checking the corresponding angles are equal. If the corresponding angles are equal, then the corresponding sides are in the same ratio, and hence we can say that these two triangles are similar. Then we have seen side similarity criterion, which means if the sides of the one triangle is proportional to the sides of another triangle, then their corresponding angles should also be equal, and as a result these two triangles should be similar. And lastly, we have seen that if in two triangles the one angle of a triangle is equal to the another angle, and also the sides including these angles are proportional, then the two triangles are similar. Okay, now we will do only one example using these similarities, only to know what is the importance of these theorems. Okay, look at the figure 6.29. We are given PQ is parallel to RS. We are given. Then we want to prove that triangle POQ, okay, triangle POQ is similar to triangle SOR. Okay, and only one information is actually given to you. PQ is parallel to RS. How we will prove? Just think all the theorems we had seen earlier, not only this one, all the theorems. What all conditions we can make use of this? Okay, when two lines are parallel, if they are transverse, we can make use of some. These two lines are parallel and are transverse. What happens? All this can be made think into. Okay. Now again, let us see how we can prove it. PQ is parallel to RS given. Some of you might have already found the answer. Well, as a result, we can say that angle P is equal to angle S. Why? Because alternate angles are equal. Now, again, angle Q is equal to angle R. Again, the same condition. What happens? Angle Q is equal to angle R. Why? Alternate angles. Now, see, angle POQ is equal to angle SOR. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So we have seen that the angles of triangle POQ is equal to the corresponding angles of triangle SOR. So by using AAA similarity criterion, we can say that these two triangles are similar. Clear? That's all. This is very easy. Clear? So this is how we are using this similarity, these criterions. And whenever you are writing, let me tell you one more thing. Whenever you are writing anything, give the reason why you are writing so. Here I have written it is alternate angles, and here I have written vertically opposite angles. It is both the same reasons. Both are same reasons. Now again, how I am saying these two triangles are similar? By using AAA similarity criterion in the same manner. Clear? So always keep these points in your mind, and we will do some more problems in our next class. Okay. So if you have anyone have any doubt, you can ask me. If there is nothing, we can end the meeting. So thank you all and study well.